eyes behind my stone cold eyes. I turn to ashes, but only just sometimes. Inhale your smoke, but you still act surprised. It's not my fault when we end up capsized. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you. Can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, heat that melts us down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Some days with you it's paradise, but now you spin me in a web with all your lies. Want you to feel the way I feel inside. I'm reaching out for help, you got me in a riptide. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you. Can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, heat that melts us down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Yeah, please just blow this flame away. And I hold on for rainy days. It feels like a decade. Just please come and save me. And it's fire.
Erectile dysfunction is a downer for anyone who has to deal with it, but fortunately for many of those individuals, there are a few medications that can. It's time to talk more about erections. Because, let's face it, they're pretty important for multiple reasons, especially from the standpoint of reproduction. Now, there are multiple sexually transmitted infections, and a handful of those are not curable. Herpes is one of those. It's kind of like the gift that keeps on giving that you don't actually want. Do you really have pounds of toxic poop or stool in your colon? Because there are claims out there that say you could have anywhere from 5 to 20 pounds, some claiming as high as 40 pounds of stool in the body. So in this video, we're going to talk about if this is even true or even possible, how our body processes and gets rid of that waste, and what the overall implications would be with that much stool or poop in the body. So let's go take a look at a colon. So first, let's start with, where does poop or feces come from? Well, you may be thinking, well, it starts with eating and food. But how does something like this truly contribute to the formation of your stool? Well, it starts by taking this delicious item and putting it in your mouth, or what us geeky anatomists like to refer to as the oral cavity that you can see here with the probe. Now, just for references, this is a sagittal head, or a cut through the midline of the body, so you can see the internal relevant structures here. And it's in the oral cavity where digestion begins. We start with mechanical digestion by chewing the food. And we also get a chemical digestion because salivary glands are going to secrete saliva into the oral cavity, and those will contain enzymes which will break down the food and also help soften the food so it can pass smoothly back to the next portion, which is the pharynx, which is a fancy pants name for the word throat. Then we'll move that food from the pharynx into the esophagus right here. And you can see the esophagus is just right in front of the vertebral column or the spine there. So the esophagus is in the midline of the body. And that esophagus is going to transport that food down from the throat or the pharynx and into the stomach that you can see here. Now, let me just explain this conglomeration of guts here. This is essentially the rest of the digestive tract from the stomach down to the rectum here. And it's about how it would be oriented in the body, the stomach.
St. Patrick's Day is upon us. And while the Irish holiday has a very rich